shows how many recent high school grads at your high school are prepared in this area. Orange is showing less than half say they were prepared. In the math category, for two-year colleges, 54% say that were less than half. In four-year colleges, 44% say they were less than half. This statistic shows a majority of students in the class of 2013, regardless of race or ethnicity, are not ready for college. In the African American category, 14% say they are actually ready for college. In the Asian category, 71% say they are ready. And in white, 53% say they are ready for college in mathematics.
Do you think students in public schools are not being prepared well enough for college math?
Well, the stats show that most students that transition to college have to take a remedial math class in order to transition to college credit math classes. And so they have to do kind of like a recovery class to get up to the level that they need to be. And that's most students that are coming in. One of the things that universities are doing to inform them of those students is they're looking at the ACT score. And students that score under an 18, they typically have them do a remedial math class. So I think that the curriculum has changed over the last few years to help start prepare students for college entry in math. They've changed it to the Common Core, which allows students to do more problem solving and kind of in-depth analysis of math. So I think it's helping. I do think that there's some work to do still.
Okay. So what do you think needs to change in the public school education systems to fix this problem?
I think that with math particularly, it's kind of this fine balance between direct instruction and inquiry-based learning. So students need to learn how to apply it and be able to use math, but also learn how, or get the instruction on how the math is done. And so it's kind of that fine balance. But I think in order for us to be more successful with math, I think that there needs to be a stronger emphasis there. It can be transferred over to the sciences and some other areas, but other countries, what they do is they spend a lot of time really getting into key concepts, going really, really deep into those things and providing a lot of work and problem solving in those areas. So they go a mile deep, whereas the American system tends to go really, really thin. So they just get general concepts. So I think that would help a lot.
Yeah. So do you think that going to a charter school is preparing kids better? Why or why not?
In math or just in
just in math.
Just in math? I do think that it does provide a better learning environment. So if you go to a bigger high school, a traditional high school, you're going to see sometimes 30 to 45 kids in a classroom. And with math, you do need that one-on-one as well as small group environment so that you can really talk to each other and problem solve. And it's harder to do that in a big environment. The other thing, especially at Providence Hall, we have IB curriculum that helps us incorporate that problem solving side. And the inquiry side, I think, helps prepare kids a lot better. So I feel that the learning environment is more conducive to allowing students to be successful in the charter environment.
And do you have any other questions or comments on the subject besides what
I love math a lot. I think that it would be good to, one of the things that the research is showing is a high need for actuary science and statistical science in the future. And it would be kind of nice to see a shift that way. Kids taking stats classes, that's something we're looking at as administration stats as well as AP stats and physics. So kids can show their skills in applying their math. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Statistics shows the percentage of U.S. 12th graders who scored at or above proficient in national tests. Since 2005, the math category has scored 25% at or above proficient. 1/3 of college freshmen are unprepared for math. Studies show that 60 to 80% of students are having to be placed in remedial classes.
So, do you think that high schools are preparing kids well enough for college? Why or why not?
I think yes, we're trying our best, and I think we're doing a good job at it. I think as we do things like don't allow test retakes and don't allow homework redos, we're giving them the feel for what college is really like, so they know that those things aren't going to be allowed. And I also think that we're teaching the standards that they need to know so that they are ready to enter into college math or college language arts or whatever.
So, do you believe that charter schools are preparing kids better than public schools?
I've taught in both charter and public. I don't know that I would say one is preparing better than the other. I think we have some positive things like smaller classrooms, more one-on-one time with the teacher, a little bit more that we can provide for our students.
So is there anything in the high school curriculum that you would maybe add to help students transfer into college better?
I don't know. I can't think of anything I would actually add. I would just try to, one thing that we do is a lot of social promotion, meaning if students fail, they still go to the next grade or the next class. And I think to really prepare them, if they fail a course, like let's say they fail most of secondary math 1, they need to retake it and not do packets. That will prepare them better for college, making sure that they have mastery. So just really focusing on the mastery of concepts prior to them leaving.
And is there a certain subject in math that people are having a harder time with than another?
Geometry. I think most students struggle in geometry, and I think it's because that the way that they've changed it to the integrated approach. No, nothing wrong with the integrated approach. But geometry used to be its own year-long course, and I taught it for 9 years. And at that point, students understood it better because they had a full year of geometry all at once. And now it's bits and pieces. And I think that because it's just bits and pieces here and there, they don't see the big picture as well. And so that tends to be where people struggle more.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.